Hello there, it's CO4ESystems here, and this is a general update video looking across all my various projects. I'll start here with the featherweight robot Gunblade 2. Now Gunblade 2 is pretty much ready for competition. The only thing I'm considering upgrading on Gunblade is the weapon mounts, mounting the whole assembly to the robot. At the moment they're Hardox square mounts with M8 screws. At the moment it clashes a bit with the washers and various bearings and stuff there. So what I'm going to do with the new design is it's going to be much more spread out on the mounting bracket, so the washer can actually fit right in the place it's supposed to, and therefore that's going to actually give me more space to work around. With the way Gunblade's weapon is mounted currently, there's definitely a bit of friction there, especially on the lower part of the weapon assembly. So these new mounts will actually make it a lot more frictionless, and therefore that affects spin up time and it's more consistent and reliable. So I'm looking forward to that upgrade. So you can see how crowded it is here with the current Gunblade's weapon mounting brackets. There's friction here currently between the washers and the various parts on the bracket, so it'd be nice to clear that up. And I've already CAD'd up the new design here. As you can see, these brackets are a lot wider and the M8 screws are going to be a lot further away from the centre holes. Therefore Gunblade's washers and thrust bearings can sit right against the brackets, which is much better. It also means the weapon bar can sit lower on the chassis. So now we move on to my newest robot, Barracuda. Now this can have a fair amount of work done to it, because at the moment the chassis is a bit too large for the weight class, so the arm is very thin. So therefore what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the front plates and move it back a lot, or as much as I can. So therefore the weapon has better maximum engagement as well, like theoretical engagement there. And not only that, that will help save weight a bit, so therefore I should be able to thicken up the HDPE armour a bit more where it's needed. Now on Barracuda's spinning bar itself, I've CAD'd up a couple of extra options for the weapon itself. So what I've done is I've got a double tooth bar that's not just a straight bar, it's actually sort of curved into tooth shapes. So therefore that should offer better engagement and probably most likely easier to knock robots up and over. Not only that, there's also one that I've made that's basically a single tooth. So it's if you've seen Death Roll or similar robots from BattleBots, you'll notice they have a large sort of single tooth with a counterweight. So I'm going to make that kind of similar option for Barracuda. And it kind of suits the robot name, because that effectively is like a large tooth. This is a picture of Barracuda as it currently stands. And I've drawn some lines here, roughly where the front plate's going to be moved back to. This means there'll be less interference from the chassis as the weapon bar hits another robot. And it also offers weight saving, which means I can make the structural HDPE panels 10mm rather than 8mm. So this is the CAD of the old support bracket up against the new ones. I've also added extra holes in the Hardox for further weight saving. In the end I took about 1 centimetre from each side. Moving on to Barracuda's new weapon designs. You've got the regular spinning bar with extra teeth added on the end, and then adding a new single tooth option. I'm actually looking forward to testing the single tooth in the test box. Now moving on to UK robot events I'm planning to attend this year so far. The first one I think I'll do is the end of June Robo Dojo. That's going to be full combat, so I should be able to bring Gunblade 2 and Barracuda to that one. Barracuda will have its own fights separately. And then the next major one after that is the UK Featherweight Championships, which at the moment is also hosted at Robo Dojo in York. And that's going to be around the bank holiday in August. So that's going to be a full-on sort of three-day event. So I'm really looking forward to that one. And despite me having a featherweight of some sort for quite some time now, this will be the first actual proper featherweight championships I've been to. The only other thing potentially on the horizon is a new beta weight design, but that's still in early stages yet, so I haven't really fleshed that out. So that about wraps up this video. That pretty much keeps you guys up to speed on what my plans are for the immediate future. I'm really looking forward to going to Robo events again, because the last one I went to was Robo Dojo September 2020, which feels like a long time ago now. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.